What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zexody Kid, and today we're going back into Lucid9. This is episode 5, if I remember correctly. And let's begin. I wordlessly leave him in his fantasy of world domination and head to the cafeteria. It's more out of a routine than actually feeling hungry. The shock of running into an old friend after 4 years might have been something to do with that. Maybe I should be angry at Misaki, but at the same time, who knows what had happened with her and her mother. She seemed pretty uncomfortable talking about it. Okay, so right here, either her parents are divorced or the dad is dead. We know that because it's only the mother. At least she's here now. I guess that's all that matters. Oh god, if Misaki wants to tell me, she will on her own time. Not to apologize to Rue. The cafeteria is broad and beautiful, boasting polished surfaces and tidy, well-lit spaces. Modern furniture settles well on the brushed mahogany floor. Students in pristine uniform travel to and fro, scooping food from the extensive buffet counters around the perimeter of the cafeteria and returning to their friends. Okay, sorry. I spot Ryu in the back corner of the cafeteria, staring up in the skylight with a thoughtful tilt to her head. Actually, this will be a perfect time to call her about Misaki. Ryu would be thrilled to see her again. Hey, Ryu. She jumps slightly at the sudden sound, and only then do I remember that I'm supposed to be apologizing for being dramatic yesterday. Except I never been great at apologizing. Or either good. Or actually even mildly passable. Say, how are you? I'm doing okay. How are you? It was okay, I guess. Oh, okay. We shuffle for a moment and I finally clear my throat. About yesterday. It's okay, Yama. I know that seeing the bus must have brought up some memories. You were just lashing out. But I shouldn't have. No, I guess not. So next time something like that happens, I reserve the right to slap you silly. And just like that, everything is right between us. What have I done to deserve a friend like this? Thanks. But buy me lunch. What? Oh, come on, it's only fair. If I go into depth, I blame you for constantly mooching off of me. Are you even gonna pay for your own food? Probably not. But you can't count those grocery trips because I ended up cooking everything for you. And yourself. Labor taxes. Let's go already. I'm hungry. But just as she reaches forward and pulls my arm to her side, we hear a very familiar voice from behind us. Well, what do we have here? Oh yeah, I forgot his voice. How do I do his voice? Well, what do we have here? We joke around in synchronization and promptly come face to face with Mr. Ryota. Ryu quickly squeaks and jumps away, suddenly bashful. Oh, hi, Mr. Ryota. Look at you two, the adorable child of friends, finally getting together after years of unneeded drama. But I feel sick. What is this, some poopy anime? What? We're not together. I wouldn't go out with Yam in a million years. It's actually really adorable. I struggle to maintain a straight face. I know. I'm just too good for you. She snaps back into the room that rest of the academy knows her as a witty, confident, and a touch malicious. She opens her mouth, no doubt to smite me with some comeback or another, but Mr. Ryuta breaks us up. Well, if I don't end up barfing my guts out, you guys have the most adorable wedding in all of the history. And there goes Rue. How can you say something like that, Mr. Ryota? I can't speak like a girl, okay? You're a teacher. You should know better. Oh, come on. You two will look back on this day. Mark my words. With a cheerful wave, he splits to the faculty express line. Uh, oh, I sold another item. Oh gosh. Let's see what I sold. Oh, it's another 17. Okay, I'm trying to get money in Steam. By the way, guys, so I could buy either games or buy something for TF2. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, by the way, funny story. I opened up 5 crates today in TF2 and I got stupid stuff. All strange candy cane, strange Dakana or I don't know, something bar, and like one, no, I forgot. But at least I have a specialized kill streak Natasha and a specialized kill streak, I think it was SMG. I don't know. Okay, back to the game. Those words sound fairly ominous. I can already imagine all the embarrassing stories he'll liberally share with the other wedding guests. We probably have so many people rolling in the aisles from laughter that Rue wouldn't even be able to walk properly. What the heck am I even thinking about? Wedding Rue? Okay, first of all, Rue is in the drama club. She's used to that. And yes, you're gonna marry her. Okay? Ugh. Mr. Ryota is always being his usual self, I see. Yup. Now he got me thinking about. Nope, not going there. Maybe now would be a good time to switch topic. Alright, I even have the perfect material. Hey Rue, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw Miki today. Rue's face cuts to complete blankness in the space of a millisecond. It is really shocking news. Maybe I should have eased it a bit, but she ended up transferring to the school, and we coincidentally wound up in the same class. Dead silence. I finally start to feel a prickle of apprehension. We can't hang out together again. We can't. Did you talk to her? What? Of course, it's Miki. Rue, what's wrong? Aren't you happy? Well, no, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, she has nothing to do with either of us anymore. Don't you remember? We were kids who held up a stupid grudge for something beyond our control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh wait, oops. We were kids who held up a stupid grudge for something beyond our control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh, are we? She didn't really apologize, did she? Well, I pause for a moment. Rue's expression immediately darkens. I see that she did, and I know why. Because she wasn't there to see you fall apart. I don't think you remember, Yama, but you were really in a bad place after she left. Even to the point where, I mean, you know. But that wasn't because of Misaki. But that wasn't because of Misaki. I mean, yeah, but she triggered the whole thing. It's just that I think about it. I get mad at her. Really mad. So it's probably best for both her and me if she stays away. So you're not gonna be friends anymore? Again? The thought is so baffling that I can't help stutter. Oh god. Blech. In my mind, we've always been a package deal. Me, Ryu, Misaki. It was either all or nothing. I mean, you are your own person. So you should hang out with whoever you want. But I can't be buddy with Misaki only until she realizes what she had done. Never thought Ryu of all people would be irrational. How bad had I been exactly? I'd never seen Ryu so upset. At least not in a real long time. Sorry to be a downer. Why don't we just grab some lunch? How about you go ahead at first? I need to talk to Mr. Viola. Okay. Surprisingly, she doesn't ask me any more questions. She heads to the lunch line without saying a word. Maybe she also feels rotten inside, like something has been lost forever. I shake these feelings, thoughts, and immediately locate Mr. Ryota, who just popped out of the faculty line and coincidentally enough is heading in my direction. He watches our separation with an eyebrow raised to his hairline. Oh, are the newlyweds already running into trouble? I ignore this. Good timing, Mr. Ryota. I want to ask you something. If the question is whether to officially ask Ryus out, the answer is yes. What? No, that's not the question. Aw, really? That's a bit boring. Rue and I aren't. You know what? Never mind. I was wondering what it means just when you see someone you haven't seen in forever who you thought disappeared off the planet. It means exactly what you just said. Your life actually is a poopy anime. I never said that. Oh, you didn't? Mr. Ryota. Sorry, can't help it. Now, who's this person you haven't seen forever? She just transferred into my class this morning. Ryu, her, and me, we were really close. When we were little, back in our hometown, settled. Transfer student, childhood friend. Don't even think about it. Too late. My life is not a poopy anime. It's not. You're right. It's a really poopy anime. So what's the problem? Well, I talked to her and I think we'll be friends again, but Ryu is jealous. What? No. What is this? Junior high? Sorry. Oh, shut up. See, when Misaki, that's a student, transfer student, left, she accidentally triggered a giant depressive state that basically left me in the dumps for a whole year. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Ryu claims it was bad. Yama, when can you come to my office today? I want to listen properly to you, and the cafeteria is not exactly an ideal environment. Well, I guess that Mr. Ryota got hired into this job for an actual reason. Okay. I guess I would drop by after school. Or during, really. Either way works. Now off to lunch you go. You. Gotta eat before the bell rings. Young growing boys need all the nutrition they can get. He sounds like he can't sound like the wise, all-knowing teacher when he just implied it was fine for me to ditch school. See you later, Mr. Ryota. He only responds with a casual wave before he saunters over to the nearest table, chatting easily with a group of students. Mr. Ryota is the best teacher I know in game, okay? I snag a plate of food and search for Rue, but she's nowhere in sight. Guess that conversation took a little longer than I originally intended. I quickly scarf my food down and return to classroom. Alright class, let's take a secondary roll before we head to the courtyard. What? We have more PE? The teacher halfway through rolling her eyes before she catches herself. I guess it's really not a good example to roll your eyes in front of your students. No, Yahiko, today's career day, as has been announced over the PA for the past 3 days. Afternoon classes are cancelled so that third years may explore possible future occupation with specialists. Oh, right. Questions of the future. Writing prompt about our dream job. Not now, career day. I think I'm sensing a pattern here. We're already running a little late, so let's make this quick. Anyone missing? Nope. That prompts us to glare around. I think he's right, ma'am. Everyone's here. Everyone except Misaki, who apparently is at her job. Time to do some not so subtle recon. Teacher, where's that girl? The one sitting by the window. The teacher waves her hand dismissively. Special circumstances? Anyone else? Despite myself, I feel a prick of curiosity. Special circumstances? What kind of circumstances would warrant such a offhand dismissal from the teacher? I thought most teachers loathed making exception for mandatory events. Just what could Misaki's job be? An assassin? As the teacher continues to survey the classroom, I feel a nudge against my arm. I'm surprised you brought it up. What? Usually you wouldn't say anything even if you noticed. Wait, what? What did I... Oh yeah, no, yeah. You would have thought it too much trouble. Her words are remarkably neutral. It's awkward. It feels like a trap. I think you should stop pretending like you actually know me or that you have a brain. You're insufferable. She storms to the back of the room in a huff. I'm insufferable? She's done far, far worse, and she's still judging me? What a hypocrite. Alright, looks like everyone else is here. To the courtyard. Destiny awaits. There are more than a few rolled eyes, but everyone obediently files out to the classroom. And I sold another stuff. Oh god, what's happening? I sold another. Yeah, my strangers are getting bought right now. There are more than a roll. Yeah. Okay. Oh god, my voice box is like broken. How long is this game? Our class pours into the courtyard, which currently resembles a crowded street market. Columns of boot are set in orderly line, each attempting to outshine the other with progressively more and outrageous signage and progressively louder music. I wonder if they got a boot for my future job. Come to think of it, it's all the 203 times he talked about his dream. He never once mentioned his future job, just all the things he'll own. Oh, and what might that be? Isn't it obvious what my stunning looks and all? So, a trash can? No, a movie star. Is that even a job? Of course it's a job. Oh, well, no, I want to be a model. That's Wait, it's not as silly as it seems. I mean, seeing how he just believed that being a trash can was a profession, can't have a job that requires him to think. He also can't have a job that requires social interaction. He will just repel people instead of attracting them. Those are his two biggest flaws, and modeling doesn't need either. For his looks, I hate to admit, but he's not so bad looking. He'd probably be able to land himself a girlfriend if he just keeps quiet. It almost sounds like a serious plan. Yahiko, my friend, I'm glad you finally realized the cruel truth. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm just saying that it's a good idea, especially coming from you. Isn't it? Once I become famous, the entire world will be able to witness my magnificence. I'll be on TV, the internet, advertising blimps, basically everywhere. On second thought, maybe it was a terrible idea. Well, if you don't mind, I'm off to meet Destiny. And with that, he skips off into the crowd, leaving me awkwardly leaning against the wall like some kind of delinquent. I'm not really sure what to do. I'll be wasting my time if I look around, but I'll be wasting my time if I stay here. What a conundrum. You there. I turned to the source of the voice, a man in a medieval medical coat standing in front of the booth, boasting the holographic sign, "Wait for it, farm manager, I don't know, hospital division." Hunch, I'm guessing he's a doctor. Are you interested in being a doctor? Bodies, open wounds? Yeah, no. Sorry, I don't think I could deal with the pressure of being a doctor. If that's what you're worried about, then don't worry. I'm a heart surgeon, and I get an entire team of people helping me during the operation. Well, if I have people helping me... Scalpel, please. Nah. What do you mean, nah? I thought I was supposed to be doing all the cutting this time. That doesn't matter. It sure does. I see what's going on here, man. You want to take all the credit. Well, guess what? That ain't happening. What are you talking about? I'm the doctor here. Doctor, the patient is in critical condition. If you don't act fast, he's gonna die. The patient is dying, dang it. Give me the scalpel. Whoa there, don't be getting your scrubs in a bunch. He's not gonna say that. Like, come on. Doctor, the patient is dead. See? Look at what you did. Look at what Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be I don't think being a doctor is right for me. Are you sure? We got a great internship program. I'm good, thanks though. Another nearby booth catches my eye. A multicolored sign claims that it's from the National Education Institute. Behind the booth table, a tall woman in glasses is speaking animatedly to a small group of students. It's a teacher. Don't you feel that we have a duty to equip the next generation? In this society, knowledge is power, and we need to ensure that our successors have the power to move forward. My job is the best and most beneficial, and there is no downside whatsoever. Yeah, I've been there, heard that. Don't your students annoy you or tire you out? Well, I had some ups and downs in my careers, of course. The more difficult students may be perplexing at first, but when you persevere, you always end up with those students back on the right track. Is that so? Teach, what's 5 plus 7? This is high school, Mr. Ikari, not primary school. You should have mastered addition by now. But teach, excuse me, Mr. Kurogani. Smoking is not permitted on campus. Hand those over. You ain't the boss of me, kid. Kid, I'm your teacher. You're shorter than me, kid. That makes you a kid. Alright, that's it. You're staying after class. You got detention to serve. Says who? Says you? You couldn't even take on a deceased chicken with one claw tied to its tail. That's... Why can't you be more eloquent on your essays? Teacher? What's wrong? What are you crying? Again? What for? Oh, you're angry at me. I'm sorry. I'm so terrible. I can't... Hey, don't cry. Oh God, what's happening? Yeah, I don't think I have enough patience to deal with students. I meandered down the row of booths, apathetically peering at any seems mildly entertaining. One man with a remarkable bushy mustache, pedophile, raises his fists in the air, yelling at the top of his lungs. Do you love Japan? Join the Japanese self-defense force today. Oh, he's a soldier. Wow, I thought those kind of die-hard patriots only existed on TV. Any man who's able to follow orders can be seen as hero to Japan, if you're still alive. Grenade! Cover it, soldier. What? But we could just run away. Jump on that grenade, or I'll have you court-martialed for insubordination. But I'll die. All the better. Hop to it. Yeah, not happening. I turn away from the booth. Everything I see is equally unpromising. Do you have a knack for cooking? Why not apply to Lyon's culinary school? Gather here, engineers, mathematicians, fellow countrymen. The biggest digital corporation in the world, Lemonsgate, has a position open for you. Have you always been wanting to help the hurting? Join us at the Kermless Therapy Center and transform the world one life at a time. A quick glance in the other direction reveals that I seem to be the only one having trouble. Oh God, I found Elizabeth in a deep conversation with a police officer just a few feet away. I wouldn't have thought her to be the type. Maybe she's sneaking up to them so they'll let her off for corporate fraud. Meh, I can't really judge her. At least she found something that she's interested in. Me, on the other hand, well, I have nothing. What's up? Can't find your life calling? What? I turned to the source of the voice. A scraggly man slept against a rickety folding chair. A worn beanie plopped on his head, and a threadbare trench coat thrown over his shoulder. There's no sign on his boot. Is hobo a legitimate career? Huh. Youngster these days. You hold your future in your own hand. You don't even know what to do with it. You're lucky, you know. There was a time where people didn't have the luxury of choosing their career. Upon second glance, I noticed there are several rolling racks of books settled in the back of the boot. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reasons to their genre. Scientific fiction, mystery, fantasy, young adult, but they're all just under the same name. Are you a writer? He smiles when I ask him this. Heh, what? Surprise? Who'd you think I was? An adventurer? A globetrotter? A homeless guy, actually. He throws back his head and laughs. You got a life. I can't wait to read your story. Somehow, I don't think that being a writer would fit me. Oh, somebody help me. Whatever shall I do? Fear not, generic damsel in distress. I am the hero. I lost the previous battle, so this heroic rematch where I guarantee to win. How fortunate. After you win this final battle, I shall bestow you with an obligatory smooch of victory. Hey, you can't just ignore the villain. I got your girl, Yama. Oh, spare us with your evil gloating. It only leads to your downfall. but I gotta give a motive, rant, so that we understand your identity as a tragic villain. Nah, I'll just put that as a footnote. Okay, I tire of this needless banter. I actually written the princess backstory so that she's a bad, but in distress. What? You didn't even foreshadow that. Too bad. I need to move the plot forward. Hiya! No! Yeah, I don't think that I can come up with an original material. That's why you just rip off real life, you know? Thanks, but no thanks. He shrugs apathetically as I walk away. As nearby small groups of students catch my eyes, they gather in front of a man in a long, sweeping lab coat. Although his voice is placid, there lies a undercurrent of power in every word he says. Life is a fragile thing. There is an unspeakable number of ways for a human body to fail, even more for it to be broken. Death was accepted as an inevitable part of life, a natural stage in the cycle of this world. But it doesn't have to be that way. The man in the lab coat straightens as the students break into a hurried whisper. Through research, we can create medicine that fights disease, treat disorder, extending our lives exponentially, and maybe indefinitely. Ah, so he's a medical researcher. He fixes his gaze on each individual in the crowd, not in a hostile manner, but certainly in an unnerving one. A day may come when we can identify death. His eyes land on me. The intelligent arc of his brow and the commanding line of his jaw shift slightly as he examines me. I feel frozen beneath his piercing gaze. I got it isn't exactly uncomfortable, just strange. Eventually he turns away, adjusting the golden glasses that are settled on the bridge of his nose. That's black. If you seek to make a lasting influence on the world, join us at the Way Forward Farmer in the research division. Together we can accomplish the impossible and prevent the inevitable. The crowd of students breaks into applause, their face agape in wonder. I can only scoff. No one can defy death. Anyone who thinks otherwise is just delusional. As I turn away from the Way Forward booth, the PA hums to life. Attention students! Mayor Ainori will be speaking at the center stage in 5 minutes. Ainori, what? Inori? The students around me gasps audibly, breaking into frantic whisper. Mayor Ainori? Here in person? Our school's important, you know. Why wouldn't he come? Come on, let's get a good spot. I follow the massive throng of students scattering around the courtyard center stage. Sure enough, Masaru Ainori, the ever-popular mayor of Aisamu, is in flesh. He gives the student of a cordial wave from behind an impenetrable line of security guards. You know, back in my day, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. This extracts a life from the crowd. We always ditched career day. We pop over to the GFC. You should have seen it before it was renovated. And stuffed ourselves on wings. There were only double S's at the time. Shows you how far we've come to society, eh? Crowd chuckles again. Among them, I catch a distant tint of Elizabeth's giggle. As usually, she eagerly jotting notes on her phone, hanging on to the mayor's words. I dropped something? Okay. The brunette girl who's always around Elizabeth is also next to her. Surprisingly, she seems equally engrossed in the speech. And yes, I hated career day. Though, thought it was a waste of time. Thought that they were restraining me at the time, that when all I wanted to do was explore myself, who I was, who I wanted to be. But later, I realized that I was thinking about career day in the completely wrong way. It wasn't about deciding my future. It was exploring possibilities. He allows a moment of thoughtful silence before he continues. The truth is, you'll probably change careers multiple times in your life. In fact, the average number of job changes is estimated to be 15 times. You could be in a med school all your life, but you experience in construction, woodworking, design, architect, statistic, engineering, maybe even ostrich babysitting or bicycle fishing. Elizabeth smiles into her hand as the student laughs like a perfectly timed track. But as vast as the future is, you know what you don't want to be? You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to go each day full of insecurities, doubt, fears. You don't want to be lied to or backstabbed or treating like a fake, like the soldier. I won't lie to you. It's a nasty world out there. But I think that we can all agree that regardless of who we are or where we are from, we each have an important part to play in the safety of this country. So go on, explore. You guys are bright. Hey, you guys are in a better spot than I was. I thought I would like nothing more than just become an anthropologist. Not even, not that even I knew what that meant at the time. It just sounded cool. His parting sentence elicits around another laugh as he steps off the stage, offering a final wave. The student erupts into a cheers in response. Alright, I'm gonna be ending it here. I'm tired and I also have to do other stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time. Yeah. Yeah. Bye bye.